Doom the Dark Ages transforms the Slayer into an iron tank, releases this May. Doom the Dark Ages will be available on Xbox Series X/S, PC, and PS5 on May 15, 2025. This is a prequel to Doom 2016, and it's given us the opportunity to reimagine every aspect of this experience, said Marty Stratton, executive producer at ID Software, in a press briefing. The game introduces a revamped combat system with a stronger emphasis on melee combat and mech-themed hack-and-slash action. Expect a more visceral and brutal combat experience compared to previous Doom titles in this prequel story of Slayer. Doom the Dark Ages accentuates raw power, transforming the Slayer from a fighter jet in Doom Eternal to an iron tank. Yes, it takes you to the ground level with more combined hack-and-slash levels of gameplay. This shift focuses on devastating melee combat, featuring new weapons like the shield saw, a spiked flail, and an electric gauntlet, each with unique combos and upgrades. The goal is to create an engaging and intuitive combat loop, supplying a powerful and familiar fantasy of medieval warfare against hell. So, if you're new to the franchise, then Doom the Dark Agent will be the perfect entry point into the series. And if you're a longtime fan, then you'll be proud to see in a lot of ways the feel of the game is really a return to form. So let's break it down, starting with the combat, said Hugo Martin, game director at ID Software. He added, "In Doom Eternal, you felt like a fighter jet. In Doom the Dark Ages, you'll be an iron tank, heavy, strong but still fast. A grounded combat system with an emphasis on power over the acrobatics of Doom Eternal. Innovation is the goal always, and so for Doom the Dark Ages, it's an all-new world with new tools mechanics to master," said Martin. He showed off video of S.H.I.E.L.D., which you can wield with a single button push. So, in 2016, we introduced the run and gun. In Doom Eternal, we introduced jumping and shooting. In the new game, the weapons will be melee-focused with things like an iron flail, an electrified gauntlet, and a boom spike mace. There will be guns galore that you'll control with the trigger. That's right, we have 3 melee options that are part of a melee system, all on one input, complete with combos and upgrades. "And it's totally awesome," Martin said. "It feels amazing. You'll feel unstoppable, smashing your way through the board with total freedom, and that seems like a ton, but that's just 2 inputs," he said. "We got one more really important button that we haven't talked about yet. It's very good, that's right. We've saved the best for last. In the past, people always knew me all about the guns. And Dark Ages has some of the most ridiculously powerful weapons that we've ever created. In this game, as the Slayer, the human demon that wipes out all the enemy demons, has the power to mix medieval mechanics and environment to create a new combat loop for Doom the Dark Ages. Combat is both more flexible and approachable, with sliders on the difficulty levels. It's a Doom for all Slayers. And the gameplay doesn't end with just the Slayer. We finally have for you," Martin said. "We've been waiting for 2 games to get you your very own 30-story athlete, which is amazing size and ability. It's powerful. And if that wasn't enough, we also have for you your very own fire-breathing, definitely done coding cybernetic dragons," Martin said. "We're excited to share with you not just the gunplay, but the world up to the Dark Ages. Your hero's journey will take you to the far reaches of the Doom universe. Mysterious worlds from the Slayer's past, dark forests, dungeons, ancient landscapes, battlefields, and worlds beyond. And through exploration, you'll be unlocking new abilities and godlike powers every step of the way. Discovering secret caves and dungeon-like mines in search of vital resources," he said. "This award-winning team, providing you with a metal soundscape that's loaded with guitars, medieval vibes, and pure adrenaline. You'll feel like you're expanding the legend of the Slayer with every mission you complete. It brings new characters, old allies, and powerful new villains. And for returning players, it leads directly into the 2016 Slayers chapter. It's an action story and worthy of a Slayer's legend," Martin said. "The power fantasy is like anything we've ever made at ID. As for the medieval setting," Martin said, "we wanted to do it from the beginning. When we started out rebooting the franchise, there's kind of like a how-to book on creating IPs, sort of established by great brands like The Lord of the Rings and directors like George Lucas. Usually you want to create an interesting world, and give that world a history. And then you want to have heroes with a great and interesting past. And if you're lucky enough and the fans are happy enough with what you did, you'll get to make more iterations of your IP, your game, your movie. And you'll be fortunate enough to explore some of that past. And that's what we've been able to do. We wanted to make this from the beginning. This is very much like a full realization of the Slayer's testaments. And we're super psyched. As per the trailer, Doom: The Dark Ages will be released on May 15th, 2025. The game will be available on multiple platforms. Slayer arrives in Doom: The Dark Ages on Xbox Series X/S, PC, and PS5.